What's going on, everybody? It's just another day in the kitchen, back with another episode, and in today's video we're taking a look at the latest merch from the Opium label's very own Ken Carson, along with his very random collaboration with Xbox and Microsoft. Now before we get started, I want to give a special shout out to the homie Strain Beats, who's been cooking up the beats for these videos, so make sure you guys check him out. And while you're here, you might as well drop a like and subscribe and join our free Discord to stay up to date with the latest and the greatest. Shout out to all of my chefs in there. Now, it was just within the last week or so that Ken would upload the following 3-piece merch set to his personal website at shop.kencarson.xyz to the surprise and admiration of fans alike. And while I know not every fan personally has a use for a keyboard cover such as this X keycap, Ken would go on to define and set the tone of this new collection with this dope little novelty piece, which is just that. A $25 X keycap to make sure you're lit while you're surfing the net, or gaming, or even watching the latest kitchen video. So shout out to Ken for doing something different and dropping a piece of merch I haven't quite seen other artists use in the past. Now, like I mentioned, Ken would go on to set the tone of the rest of this collection with that first X keycap by displaying his X logo, which we see featured on this next piece of merch. And for a cool $45, you could of course get your hands on this dope little Xbox tee, which not only introduces the fans to his very dope stylized X logo, but also introduces the topic of his very random collaboration with Xbox and Microsoft, which we'll see a little bit later in this video. Now, to wrap up the last of these new items from this new collection, I also wanted to highlight this I'm Okay t-shirt, which is very reminiscent to My Chemical Romance's I'm Not Okay single, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's some type of influence, so if you're kind of catching my vibe, let me know in the comments. And while we're halfway done with April, I want to remind you that these pieces are shipping within the first week or two of May, so make sure to hang tight. Now, after going back and forth with myself on whether or not to pick up this Ken Carson Xbox tee, I decided to finally pull the trigger, but not before being motivated to do some more research into this very random Xbox collaboration. And it was while researching this topic that I found out just earlier this month that Ken had actually collaborated with Xbox to give away a very special edition controller, dubbed the Ken Carson controller, as you guys can see right here, which features a very interesting texture to the actual controller, as well as an updated D-pad that has some new features on it, along with Ken's X logo branded on the back, as well as a random zipper that I guess can help you if you're stressed out while playing these games. Now, some fans may not understand Ken's creative choice and direction when it comes to this random Xbox controller, but if you followed him throughout his career, you'll notice that this kind of zipper, leather aesthetic that we've seen utilized throughout rock and metal cultures has definitely followed him throughout his career, so it's no surprise to see him then adopt a similar style on this actual collaboration. And to further give everyone an idea of what this collab looks like in hand, I came across this clip of the famous streamer Jinxie, who was gifted one of these 1 of 50 special edition Ken Carson Xbox Kentrollers, where you can see just what these look like in person. Which, all things considered, I feel like Ken and Xbox did a pretty great job for this collaboration, and I'd love to know in the comments what you guys think and if you'd love to get your hands on it. Now, although Ken is of course signed to playboicarti's Opium label, and he seemingly grows his fan base with the release of every album and project, I know a lot of us were probably wondering just how the heck he landed this very random collaboration with the gaming giant Microsoft. And it was from my research that I uncovered this was actually not the first time that Ken had a collaboration or something to do with Microsoft and Xbox in the past. As you can see from the previous photos, that Ken actually had a very random collaboration in summer of 2022, which would see Ken team up with Microsoft and Team Xbox to create and design the following Kentrollers, which we would end up giving away to fans on his personal Discord. And if winning this free Xbox Kentroller wasn't enough, they also had a free little performance.
This is how I rock, this is how I roll, this is how I rock, and roll, 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 roll. I wanna rock and roll, you can tell by my flow.
Now, Ken would of course go on to make an appearance at this event, not before hopping on the mic for a song or two and also handing out some of these customized Xbox Ken trollers, which honestly had to be a dream for his fans to attend, and I'd love to see him do something similar in the future. Now, with that being said, it was honestly kind of hard to not start moshing and raging after watching that clip, and I think I speak for everyone when I really hope we get some kind of a tour announcement featuring Ken and destroylonely at some point this summer. And if you guys are also waiting for that, let me know in the comments. Now, if you're also looking for some dope merch in the similar style as Ken here, head on over to my website at wedontcookfood.com to make sure you're dripped out and supporting your boy. And if you're interested in some more Ken Carson related content, I covered his A Great Chaos merch in the past, so I'll go ahead and link that one at the end of this video. Now, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments. Personally, I've always been a big fan of Ken's whole style and aesthetic, and I'd love to know what you guys think about his new song, Overseas. As always, guys, thank you so much for cooking with the kitchen. Remember to stay safe out there, and as always, remember, it's lit, straight up, and peace.